This is Aso Television News. Many thanks for joining us. I am Haris Sidi Suraju. The headlines. President Bola Tinubu in Oyo State for coronation of new Olubadan Rashidi Ladoja. FCT Minister Barrister Wike flags off construction of arterial road N20 in Abuja. Federal government promotes over 52,000 paramilitary officers in 2 years. And Nigerian military troops neutralize terrorists, rescue victims, foil 19 million naira oil theft in theater operations. And now the news in detail. President Bola Tinubu on Friday departed Abuja for Ibadan, Oyo State, to attend the coronation of the new Olubadan Rashidi Ladoja. The presidential jet took off from Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, at about 2:45 p.m. In Ibadan, President Tinubu will join other dignitaries for the official installation ceremony at the historic Mapo Hall. Ladoja, a former Oyo State governor and senator, was selected as the 44th Olubadan following the passing of Oba Owolabi Olalikon on July 7th. Excitement is already sweeping across Ibadan as the city witnesses Ladoja's accession to the revered throne. Ladoja, aged 81, is a respected businessman and political figure who rose through the traditional Olubadan chieftaincy ranks to become the new Olubadan. The Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Barrister Wike, has flagged off the construction of arterial road N20 in Abuja. The project, according to him, is part of the President Bola Tinubu's Renewed Hope agenda, aims at improving infrastructure, boosting the economy, and creating jobs in the FCT. Speaking at the ceremony, Barrister Wike said the road will enhance connectivity and attract investors to the nation's capital. He assured that the project is fully funded, stressing that, unlike in the past, construction will not be delayed due to lack of funds.
When the contract was awarded by the Federal Executive Council, the contractors were keen. I told them, look, you cannot be more interested than us. I don't want a situation where you go to the site and then you pull out from the site. That would be embarrassing. But now that we are ready, you have to move to site and you remain in the site until the job is completed.
The minister appealed to the contractors to prioritize employing youths from surrounding communities. He noted that the numerous ongoing projects in the FCT are already providing jobs for many residents and urged area council chairmen and communities to continue supporting government's developmental efforts.
I want to appeal to our youth. I want to appeal to the residents of this area, just like the acting head of service said, please, we require your cooperation. With your cooperation, the company may finish this road before the time they were given. I'm always afraid when jobs are awarded, say 2 years and 3 years. I'm always afraid because I don't like variation.
Barrister Wike also called for cooperation from residents to enable timely completion of the project. He explained that such support could help the contractors finish ahead of schedule, even as he expressed reservations about lengthy project timelines. The minister further emphasized that the FCT administration under his watch is not focusing on roads alone, but also making significant interventions in education and healthcare. He maintained that the construction of arterial road N20 would not only ease transportation, but also increase property values and promote business opportunities in Abuja. Still from the nation's capital, the Minister of State for the Federal Capital Territory, Dr. Maria Mahmoud, has called on United States partners to deepen collaboration with Nigeria in the area of smart cities, housing, and ICT. She made the call during the 8th edition of the U.S. Africa Business Week 2025, held on the sidelines of the 80th United Nations General Assembly in New York. Dr. Mahmoud described Abuja as a strategic hub for investment and innovation, citing its central location, modern infrastructure, abundant resources, and youthful, educated population. She pointed to flagship projects such as Centenary City and the World Trade Center as examples of Nigeria's ambition to build sustainable smart cities, stressing that Africa's smart city market is projected to reach $1.5 billion in 2025. with Abuja playing a key role. The minister highlighted the role of women and youth in driving economic growth, noting that over 70% of Abuja's population is under 35 and that women are increasingly taking leadership positions. She urged international partners to support ICT-driven solutions, smart grids, and the land swap housing model, while leveraging Nigeria's youthful talent to establish tech hubs, data centers, and software firms. Dr. Mahmoud reaffirmed the FCT administration's commitment to fostering innovation, inclusion, and prosperity in partnership with the United States. She expressed confidence that collaboration between American innovation and Nigerian resilience would deliver sustainable urban growth models for Africa's future, while urging participants at the summit to translate dialogue into concrete action. The federal government of Nigeria, through the National Agency for Control of AIDS, NACA, has announced a major breakthrough in HIV prevention following a landmark price reduction of the revolutionary drug lenacapavir. The announcement was made at the Clinton Global Initiative CGI 2025 annual meeting on the sidelines of the 80th United Nations General Meeting (UNGA) in New York. Under the new agreement, the cost of the twice-yearly HIV prevention injection has been slashed from $28,000, equivalent to 41.9 million naira, to just $40, 60,000 naira per person per year. The development makes the medicine accessible to millions across Nigeria and more than 100 low and middle income countries. Lenacapavir has been shown to be up to 100% effective in preventing new HIV infections. Delivering Nigeria's statement at the event, the DG of NACA, Dr. Temitope Ilori, described the move as a turning point in the country's fight against HIV. She added that the agreement ensures innovation is paired with equity, as the breakthrough, she said, does not remain a privilege for the few, but it lays the foundation for broad, long-lasting impact for those who need it most. The price reduction was made possible through a coalition of partners, including UNITAID, the Clinton Health Access Initiative, WITS, RHI, Dr. Reddy's Laboratories Limited, and the Gates Foundation. The organizations have committed to accelerate the rollout of generic versions of lenacapavir, expected as early as 2027. Currently, over 2 million Nigerians are living with HIV, while antiretroviral therapy is already provided free of charge at public health facilities. The introduction of lenacapavir is expected to open a new frontier in prevention, particularly for vulnerable populations. The Asiwaju Northern Canvassers Group has appointed prominent patrons to lead its association to canvass votes for President Tinubu in 2027 elections. The group, while on a courtesy call to some of its patrons in Abuja, threw its weight in supporting President Tinubu's ambitions for 2027 elections. The report.
The Northern Group Conversers believes the newly appointed patrons will bring a wealth of experience and expertise to the association through quality leadership and direction towards achieving their goals. Speaking during the visit, coordinator of the association, Comrade Awal Umar, noted that the group's efforts are focused on promoting unity and progress in Nigeria, with a particular emphasis on supporting President Tinubu's policies and initiatives for good governance. He said the appointment of the new patrons was a strategic move to build momentum for the group's activities and promote President Tinubu's vision for the country.
The president, since from 1999 till now, so far as I know, this is the only president that has taken everybody along. All the policy he has brought, he is trying to touch the life of every Nigerian. So that is why, that is one of the main objectives of creating this, our organization, to create awareness to the Northerners, not just the Hausa speaking, listen, every single person that lives in the North.
In their acceptance speech, the newly appointed patrons of the association seek more collaboration and synergy in order to deliver the mandate given to them.
So my people, I join myself with you and all Nigerians to unite with our workforce to say no to intruders that want to spoil the good work of Mr. President, powermongers, greedy leaders, money looters, and to deliver our mandate.
Others who spoke to Aso Television have this to say.
And we women, we are assuring His Excellency, the President, we try our best and support Tinubu. And we help our husbands out to come and campaign. We convince them to campaign and support the government. So please, this government should not neglect women. Let him carry us along.
As the 2027 election approaches, the Northern Conversers Group for Asiwaju is gearing up to play a key role in promoting President Tinubu's re-election bid with its appointed patrons. At the helm of affairs, the group is poised to make a significant impact in the electoral process. The Northern Conversers Group is well positioned to make a meaningful contribution to the country's political landscape. Pelumi Adeyemi, Aso Television News.
You are watching Aso Television News. You can watch us live on DSTV channel 392, also on StarTimes TV channel 127 and Free TV channel 507. We are also on the UHF banner channel 38. Still to come. Nigerian military troops neutralize terrorists, rescue victims, fall 19 million naira oil theft in theater operations. Stay with us for details of this and more stories.
Let's get one thing straight. Being a woman with disabilities doesn't mean you don't have the right to quality sexual and reproductive health information and services. Family planning, maternity care, STI prevention. Every woman deserves access to safe, respectful, and inclusive reproductive health care. My body, my health, my reproductive rights. No limits, no exceptions. Your health matters. Your choices matters. Get informed, get care, and take charge of your future.
Thanks for staying with us, and the news continues. The Minister of Interior, Dr. Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo, has announced that the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was promoted over 52,000 paramilitary officers in just 2 years. Dr. Tunji-Ojo made this revelation during the decoration ceremony of newly appointed senior officers of the 4 paramilitary agencies under the Ministry of Interior at the Nigerian Immigration Headquarters in Sauka, Abuja. Correspondent Abdullah Mukar completes the report.
The minister described the elevation as more than a promotion, but a presidential appointment based on merit, competence, and transparent processes. He noted that the current administration has shown unprecedented support for the paramilitary agencies, surpassing any previous administration in the country's history.
I want to assure you, we will continue to innovate. We will continue to be creative. We will continue to work in line with global best practices. And I challenge you, let's show them that the Nigerian paramilitary agencies have come to be the pace setters. The Nigerian paramilitary service has come to lead the way. And the Nigerian paramilitary service is ready to take charge and contribute its quota to the internal security of this nation.
Dr. Tunji-Ojo highlighted that over 80% of the decorated Deputy Controller Generals were promoted to Assistant Controller Generals under President Tinubu's administration.
More than 80% of the people today that have just been decorated as DCGs were promoted as ACGs under this government. And therefore, what has this government done to reduce, to eradicate and eliminate what we call career stagnation? And I want to tell you this, there were times in your various services that a service will go for 10, 12 months with vacancies in DCGs without this position being filled. That's the truth. That was what we inherited. But today, to the glory of God, this is the third time that
This administration will be decorating DCGs in 2 years.
The Secretary of the Immigration, Correctional, Civil Defense and Fire Services Board, Major General Abdul Malik Jibrin, retired, attributed the officers' elevation to the President's recognition of their hard work. On behalf of the newly decorated DCGs, DCG Dr. Ngozi Odikpo expressed gratitude for the President's commitment to national safety and security, stating that his vision inspires them to serve with dedication and integrity.
With those who have been elevated, and it's indeed a recognition of their hard work, recognition by the nation, and recognition by the President Commander-in-Chief.
As it is said, to whom much is given, much is expected. So the hard work never ends. This is actually the beginning of the hard work, another level of the hard work. And I encourage them to continue putting in their best.
The ceremony was attended by dignitaries, including Controller Generals of the 4 paramilitary agencies, traditional and religious leaders, and senior officers. The highlight of the event was the decoration of 16 newly promoted Controller Generals and Commandant Generals by the Minister of Interior. Abdullahi Mukhtar, Aso Television News.
The federal government has inaugurated the National Interagency Working Group on Lead Poison Elimination in Nigeria and unveiled a 5-year strategic plan to tackle the health crisis. Speaking at a 2-day workshop in Abuja, the Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Mohammed Alpati, represented by Permanent Secretary Daju Kacholom, described the initiative as a milestone in protecting public health. He warned that lead poisoning poses grave risk, particularly to children, causing irreversible brain damage, while in adults it leads to hypertension, kidney failure, and reproductive issues. Nigeria has witnessed major outbreaks of lead poisoning, including the 2010 Zamfara crisis that killed over 400 children, cases in Niger State in 2015, and fresh incidents in Zamfara and Sokoto in 2024. The government has since provided laboratory equipment, supported treatment with chelation therapy, conducted soil remediation, and carried out community sensitization. The newly inaugurated working group will harmonize strategies, strengthen surveillance, build health worker capacity, and recommend sustainable financing to ensure long-term solutions. Professor Patti stressed that eliminating lead poisoning requires collaboration across multiple sectors, including the Ministries of Environment, Solid Minerals Development, Steel Development, Agriculture and Water Resources, alongside regulatory agencies, civil society and partners such as UNICEF, WHO, and Medicine Sans Frontiers. Director of Epidemiology at the Ministry, Ms. Adegbite Olufumilola, said the National Lead Elimination Policy and 5-year plan would soon be launched, while Chief Consultant Epidemiologist Dr. Ganiu Jamiu emphasized the urgency of protecting children from lifelong disability and death caused by lead toxicity. The workshop, organized with relevant MDAs, finalized and validated the strategy, setting the stage for coordinated national action against lead poisoning. Now on traffic matters, the Federal Road Safety Corps has entered into a strategic partnership with Dangote Cement Transport to tackle recurring road crashes involving articulated trucks. At a meeting in Abuja, the Corps Marshal Shehu Mohammed and Dangote's management, led by Mr. Murilu Silva, agreed on key measures including regular driver training on the National Skills Qualification Framework, strict adherence to vehicle maintenance, and installation of safety devices to prevent mechanical failures. The Corps Marshal described the move as a proactive response to public concerns, stressing that corporate organizations must support government's drive to ensure safer roads. He added that the collaboration will serve as a benchmark for other fleet operators. He said beyond this partnership, FRSC has intensified nationwide driver recertification programs, enforcement of traffic laws, and public enlightenment campaigns. Corps Marshal Shehu Mohammed is urging other transporters to follow Dangote's lead by opening their operations to safety reviews and compliance checks. He reiterated that the FRSC's overriding priority remains saving lives and reducing crashes on Nigerian highways. The Armed Forces of Nigeria has recorded significant gains in the past week's operations, eliminating scores of terrorists, arresting criminal collaborators, rescuing kidnapped victims, and preventing oil theft worth over 90 million naira. Director of Defense Media Operations, Major General Marcus Kange, during the weekly media briefing on military theater operations for the week said troops of Operation Hadinkai sustained pressure on Boko Haram and ISWAP fighters in Borno, Yobe, and Adamawa states, eliminating several insurgents and rescuing 3 kidnapped victims. He added that 26 terrorist collaborators and informants were arrested, with arms, ammunition, and vehicles recovered. In the northwest, Operation Fansanyama (OPFY) troops conducted offensive operations in Kaduna, Zamfara, Katsina, and Sokoto states, killing terrorists and rescuing 14 kidnapped victims. A notorious terrorist, Malam Abubakar Ahmadu, was also captured in Niger State. Major General Kangi noted that in the North Central Theater, under Operation Enduring Peace, troops responded to several distress calls in Plateau and Kaduna states, arresting 52 criminals and rescuing 9 kidnapped victims.
A word on Joint Task Force North Central Operation Enduring Peace. During the period under review also, troops of Operation Enduring Peace responded to distress calls about terrorist activities in some sectors. For instance, from 14 to 22nd September, the troops conducted offensive operations and responded to distress calls on terrorist activities in Jos South, Barkin Ladi, Mangu, Basa, Kwampan, Rayon, and Bokos local government areas of the state, as well as Jama, Kaura, Zango Kataf, and Sanga local government areas of Kaduna State. During the firefights, troops killed some of the terrorists in action, arrested 52 criminals, and rescued 9 kidnapped victims. Some weapons, ammunition, motorcycles, and vehicles were also recovered from them. In a related development, troops raided a local weapon manufacturing factory at Haipan district in Barkin Ladi local government area and arrested 1 criminal on 17 September, while weapons and ammunition were recovered.
The Director of Defense Media Operations further revealed that in the South-South, troops of Operation Delta Safe thwarted oil theft valued at 19.75 million naira, seizing thousands of liters of stolen crude oil, PMS and DPK, and dismantled 15 illegal refining sites, destroyed 14 crude oil cooking ovens, and apprehended 19 suspected oil thieves. The Director of Media Operations further disclosed that the South-South Operation Delta Safe foiled oil theft worth 19.75 million naira, seizing thousands of liters of stolen crude oil, PMS, and DPK. He said troops also destroyed 16 illegal refining sites, 14 crude oil cooking ovens, and arrested 19 oil thieves. As the world marked World Maritime Day 2025 with the theme Our Ocean, Our Obligation, Our Opportunity, Nigerian maritime expert Captain Caleb Nladibagu has urged collective action to safeguard oceans and unlock the vast potential of the blue economy. Captain Bagu in a statement stressed that the ocean remains the lifeline of global trade and a critical resource for food security, environmental balance, and economic transformation. He warned that protecting it requires shared responsibility and urgent commitment from governments, industry leaders, academia, civil society, and international partners. He noted that Nigeria, as a maritime nation, bears a unique duty to strengthen policies, infrastructure, and innovation aimed at unlocking the full potential of its maritime industry. Accordingly, this will require stronger regulatory frameworks, investments in green technology, and adoption of global best practices by private operators. Captain Bagu also underscored the role of research institutions in training the next generation of maritime professionals, as well as the contributions of civil society and local communities in raising awareness and promoting responsible use of marine resources. On the global stage, he called for deeper international collaboration in areas such as maritime security, capacity building, and technology transfer, insisting that such partnerships are key to Nigeria's competitiveness in global trade. Captain Bagu concluded that the opportunities in shipping, fisheries, offshore energy, and marine tourism are enormous, but to harness these, there is need to embrace partnerships, responsibility, and innovation to protect the marine environment, as building a sustainable maritime industry is not optional. World Maritime Day, established by the International Maritime Organization (IMO), is celebrated annually to highlight the critical role of shipping in global trade and the need for sustainable maritime development. Now in business, Jais Bank PLC, Nigeria's pioneer non-interest bank, has disclosed more commitment to building stronger growth while receiving an upgrade from GCR ratings, which raised the bank's national scale long-term issuer rating from BBB-NG to BBB-NG, with the outlook revised from positive to stable. Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Jais Bank, Dr. Haruna Musa, while announcing the development, acknowledged the bank's commitment to building a resilient financial institution that contributes meaningfully to Nigeria's economic growth. He added that this milestone reaffirms the bank's focus on deepening financial inclusion, driving innovation, and upholding the principles of ethical, Sharia-compliant banking. Dr. Musa further pointed that the upgrade reflects Jais Bank's strong financial performance, robust risk management practices, and steady progress in strengthening its balance sheet and profitability. Dr. Musa also expressed gratitude to the bank's board, management, staff, customers, regulators, and stakeholders for their unwavering trust and support in achieving this important milestone. That's the news, but before we go look at one of our major stories, the Minister of the FCT, Barrister Wilson Wike, has flagged off the construction of Atia Road N20 in Abuja. I am Hada CD Radio. Thanks for watching.